Hey everyone, it's me Emily and welcome back to my channel. I am back today with a video that I know you're all going to love. It is a book haul, and yes, before you say anything, I know I shouldn't be getting any more books because that pile of books is actually getting bigger. It's not getting smaller because I'm still reading so slowly, but it's okay because I actually get a lot of my books sent from publishers and authors, which I'm so fortunate to get them from these people, because honestly never in my wildest dreams would I ever thought this could have happened to me, but this luckily has happened to me, which I'm so grateful for. Honestly, I don't think you guys can understand how shocked I am that this is my life. So I've got a nice little book haul to show everyone what books I've collected over the last few weeks, and it's quite big. I think not too sure how many books it is, but it's a nice little hefty book haul. I hope you all enjoy this video. So starting off strong, I'm just going to pick from the pile of books that are currently spread out beside me. I don't know what order I got these books in, but I'm just going to show you them. So Book Break, or otherwise known as Pat Macmillan, have sent me the hardback version of One for My Enemy, and I've already read this book. I read the arc, I loved it. It was so good, honestly amazing. And this book is so stunning. There's these amazing end papers that I'm actually obsessed with. Can we appreciate these end papers? And then on the back ones, it's the other family, the boys' family. It's so beautiful. I love this book so much. If you like Romeo and Juliet retellings, this is the perfect book for you because it's so good. And Olivia Blake writes so beautifully. I'm honestly obsessed with her writing style. It really captures me in a nice way, because it's fantasy, but it's got world building, but it's not one of them really heavy fantasies where the world building is too hard for you. It's the perfect amount, if that makes sense. The hardback I got is Silver in the Bone, and I'm so excited to read this because I love retellings, and this is a King Arthur retelling, and I'm just so excited to read this. It's the author of the Darkest Minds series, Alexander Bracken, and I've obviously only read the Darkest Minds because I'm awful. I've not read the actual series, even though I own all the books. Please tell me why I do these things myself. But I'm really excited to read this. It sounds really good. Everyone says it's really fun and a good enjoyable ride. I think the vibes of why I fantasy a lot at the moment. It's actually one of my favourite genres to read yet again, which I'm really happy for. The hardback, yet again, it's the hardback version of It Ends With Us, and it's got nice sprayed edges. I don't actually know who sent me this, but I now have this. Obviously it's Simon Schuster. I'm very excited to have this pretty version, but I think I might just give it away to a friend or family member because I don't really need two versions of the book. What hardback I got was No Worries If Not. It's a queer coming of age story, and it sounds really funny. The back of it says, "Hi government, please can I have more than £15 a week to feed myself? No worries if not. Dad, I'm gay, hope that's okay. No worries if not. I think I'm a decent writer. Would you mind sharing some of my ideas? No worries if not." And I won't lie, I am that type of person who messages people asking for something and I'm no worries if not. It's fine, life's okay. I think it's gonna be really amusing. It's really short. It's little different mixed media formats. It's emails and stuff and text, Twitter stuff. It's gonna be really amusing to read, and I can't wait to read this because why would I not want to read this? Lucky enough, I received an early finished copy of Cursed Crowns by Catherine Webber and Catherine Doyle, and I'm so excited to read this. I love Twin Crowns so much when I read it. I was the worst. I owned the book for so long, and I literally read it at the end of last year because I'm an atrocious human being, but I'm so excited for this. I have the fairy loot version of the first book, just the standard version. I'm so excited to get stuck into this. It finished on a slight cliffhanger, the first book did. It's a really good YA fantasy where there's two princesses that can rule the world. Them in love with one person, and someone's in love with someone else who they shouldn't be in love with, and it's just such a fun story. Really recommend this to everyone. If you haven't read Twin Crowns yet, please do it. It's one of my favourite fantasies, YA fantasies from last year, hands down. I was lucky enough to sent these 3 romance books. They sound really good. So that's Heartless, Flawless and Powerless. I don't actually know which one the first book is. I think it might be Flawless. Everyone says they've been reading it that way, and it seems to be romances that follow a trio of friends, and then there's obviously different love interests. One has roller skates, ice skates on it. Someone has, I don't know what this is. I think it's a cowboy type vibe because it's got ropes for a cow, and then this one's a country singer, I think, because it's an acoustic guitar. But these sound really good. Everyone and their mums are currently reading this all over my TikTok and Instagram, so I'm excited to finally get stuck into these books. I'm not really massively into a romance mood at the moment, but I'm getting more into romance currently. Once the sun's out, I just want to read romance. That's literally how it is. Obviously currently not today because it's literally not sunny at all right now. It is just depressive weather, but it's fine, guys. Then I got sent Final Offer, which is the 3rd book in the Dreamland Billionaire series, and I'm so excited to read this. Follows Cal, the middle brother, I believe, and it sounds so good because I think he's a little bit messed up, and that's perfect. That's honestly all I want. Read the first 2, I really enjoyed them, but I think this is gonna be my favourite by far. I can just tell. The annoying thing is the spine does not match the first and second book, which is just real irritating, but it's fine. I can let it slide. Just hopefully in future they clock this and make sure it hasn't happened. But I really love Lauren Asher's writing. I'm really excited to read her Formula One type series. I'm actually super excited to read it. I just need to buy it. Just need to buy it and then I can read it, but it sounds so good. This is perfect for summer, guys. Spring, summer, it's here. Then I got a proof copy from Thief, Liar, Lady by Del Rey, and this is like a Cinderella retelling where Cinderella and her stepsisters plan for her to capture the prince's heart and like take the kingdom to get money and stuff, which it sounds so fun. I love retelling. It's gonna be such a like a ride of like a book, because why would you not want a Cinderella retelling where she's not saved by the prince? She literally she like tricks the prince into saving her. It's just so smart. It's like how she's like running out of magic or she's like the princess and she's just losing control of everything that she's worked for, and it just sounds like it's gonna be such a fun like fantasy like twist of like the actual like story. And I just love when like it's an exciting twist of a retelling when it's not like the same, because it gets really boring. I sent Sons of Darkness, which is by Head of Zeus. I'm so excited to read this. I saw on the Instagram story and I literally messaged them like, please, I want this book so badly. It's a retelling of the Indian epic called the Mahabharata. Otherwise, there's also the Ramayana. There's like two. This is like I think the first one, and I'm so excited to read this. In my A-levels, I studied philosophy, religion, and ethics, and we studied obviously Christianity. I studied Hinduism, so I find it super like interesting religion. I love it so much. I already have quite a lot of background knowledge anyway, so I'm really excited to read this because I normally see the same sort of retellings done of like Greek mythology and maybe a little bit of Norse. I'm so excited to see so many other types of retellings come to light, and it's just, I love it. Like that's how it should be. Like it shouldn't be like focused on one type of retelling, it should be all types of retellings. So I'm very excited to read Sons of Darkness. I think it's going to be a good read. It's very chunky, but it's fine. Eventually I'll work my way through it. I've obviously been sent Masters of Death. I think I saw it in my TBR, like showing off what I have to read still. I'm so excited to read this by Olivia Blake. I obviously loved the Atlas 6 and I've loved One for My Enemy. I've not yet read the Atlas Paradox. I've also not read Alone with You in the Ether, but it's fine, guys. I eventually will. But this is so beautiful. The cover is actually stunning. Vampires, which I love. So it comes out in August. So I'm very excited to read this. Hopefully I'll read it before it's out. But with me, no one knows because I'm the worst. But it's fine, guys. I will get better. The plan was to read books like coming out like before they're actually out. I've yet not done that very well this year. I'm currently reading other books that are on my TBR that have been there for a while. Don't ask why. I don't control, well I do control the way my brain thinks, but I just choose not to listen to what I plan to do. I've also been sent Summer Reading by Penguin Random House. I'm so excited to read this. It sounds so good. There's She's a Chef Who Doesn't Do Reading. He's a librarian who doesn't do romance. Will this summer be a recipe for disaster or love? And it sounds so good. Like this is the perfect summer like read. Also it's an art copy, but look how beautiful the colour scheme. It's gonna be such a good read. I'm so excited, and they were kind enough to send like a little cocktail like mixy set with it, which I'm really excited to use eventually. It's not got alcohol in it, but you can make a really cool cocktail, which I'm gonna plan to do when I read this eventually at some point. Another romance book is called What Happens on Vacation, and this was sent to me by Headline. I'm super excited to read this. It just looks very cute. There's two rivals, one holiday, a trip they will never forget, and I love that. Who doesn't love that? So it says what happens on vacations. There's forced proximity. It's actually one of my favourite tropes. Enemies to lovers, who doesn't love that? Opposites attract, and then self-love. And it just sounds like it's gonna be a good little summer romance read by the beach, by the pool. Don't know where I'm gonna go, by the beach or by the pool, because I currently don't have any plans to travel, but maybe I will. But yeah, this sounds really good. I also got sent a finished copy of Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I'm super excited to read this. It sounds so good. It's like a dark academia book, and Rebecca Ross wrote A River Enchanted, I believe. I've not yet read that, but you know, it's fine. But yeah, I'm super excited for this. It's like rival journalists, they have to go on a mission together to save like the family, their world, etc, etc. And why would I not want this? It sounds so good, and the cover is absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed. Look how chunky this arc is. So I got Night Angel and Nemesis. Orbit sent me this. They were kind enough to send me it. And obviously there is the first three books, which is The Way of Shadows, Shadow's Edge, and Beyond the Shadows. I've not yet read them, but I'm excited to read them. It follows an assassin. So why do I not like this? That sounds really interesting. I need to obviously read the other books before I read this. This is literally the chunkiest book I've ever seen. I now understand like it's big, but it's still like 830 pages. But look how big the book is. Like imagine it's small and compact. I'm excited to read this eventually once I read the other books. I just need to be in the mood for it. I think this seems like a very October-y kind of read because it's like assassins, let's go, but hopefully I'll get to it soon. I also got sent The Bone Shard War, so the final book in Bone Shard like Empire series. I'm super excited to read this. Truth be told, I've not yet read the first or second second book in the series, but it's okay. I own them, like I own both of them, but I just haven't read them. And it's really annoying because I own the first book in paperback but the second and now the third book in hardback, so they don't match. But and then the first book to find in hardback is literally rare, like it doesn't exist anymore, because Orbit will do this thing where they'll release obviously the first print run or second print run of just hardbacks, and then it goes straight to paperback, so they're really hard to get your hands on. So I've got this, but I've heard such good things about this series. Like honestly, I don't think you can understand how many good things I've heard about this series. My plan is to finish series, but I keep starting series instead, so I don't know. Eventually I'll read it. I know I will, because it sounds straight up my street. Let's need to do it. Finally, we are finishing off strong with all 6 of Chloe Gleason's books, and I'm so excited to read these. So my lovely friend Coco sent me these from Penguin. So excited. She obviously got these, were originally indie published, and she got them done to be through traditionally published through Penguin, which is amazing. They have so much good diverse like representation within them in terms of disability rep, which I'm super excited about, because I've heard really good things about the actual representation within these books. I know quite a lot of books obviously don't have a lot of representation within them, so I'm excited to finally read these. And they are just so pretty. Like the color scheme is actually everything. Like the next book could be yellow, like if there's more books. It's just really good. So the first 5 books follows 5 brothers, and then the 6th book follows their sister. I don't know how many people are in this family, but I'm very excited to read this. I think quite a lot of them are like, some of them are just different types of like romances, some of them sports, some of them is obviously enemies to lovers, academic. I just can't wait to read this. That is the entirety of my book haul for this time around. I hope you all enjoyed it. If there's any books in this haul that you think I should read ASAP, please let me know, because I will definitely try to read them as soon as possible. I'm currently not buying any books because I'm trying to be good, because I have so many, but there is so many books I want to buy. I'm choosing not to. I'm being good currently, but I might, maybe. If you could like, share, subscribe to my channel, as I'd really appreciate it. And until next time guys, bye.